So we have a new Rippaverse superhero that got announced, and as usual, people started coping and seething. So as you guys know, the Rippaverse has total of 3 books currently out. ISOM number 1, ISOM number 2, Alpha Core number 1. All have made $1 million plus in their campaigns. Coming up next is Yaira, then Goodying, and then now we're going to have this new character. And then I imagine later on during the year, we're going to have ISOM number 3. Then we're going to have Alpha Core number 2 at some point. Yaira number 2 has also been announced as well. And if you guys have been subscribed to the channel, you guys know I just put out my ISOM number 2 review. The Alpha Core number 1 review is going to be out very soon as well. And yeah, this is the announcement that made people just lose their minds. And we're going to end up calling out the hypocrisy as this video is over.
Joe Bennett had this idea, and he presented it to me, and he said, what the Rippaverse really needs is a street-level crime-fighting character, a guy without any superpowers, self-made man. And so Joe and I together created the Horseman, and we presented the idea to
Horseman.
And thank God he liked it. So we're creating a one-shot presenting the Horseman, just super action, the way only Joe Bennett can deliver it. And it's going to be a lot of fun, I promise.
Oh, dude, that is badass.
Cool. Also, I love the music choice with that to give him that kind of like a Western cowboy feel to it, actually. Yeah. I love it.
That looks good. Bitching about the music, but I like it a lot, too.
That looks dope. Holy shit.
It kind of, in the size of the guy, I'm willing to bet he's more of an older, like not going to be just some fucking 20-year-old first,
Yeah.
It's not going to be like a vigilante style hero just starting out. I bet this guy's going to be established. At least that's kind of how I'm theorizing it.
Been in the game for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, also want to point out in this video is that Chuck mentioned that it's a one-shot. Now, I'm not saying that he's lying. I do think that it is envisioned as a one-shot. But I don't know if this is going to be done in the pre-order campaign format, because if this is done in the pre-order campaign format, and this makes like, let's say $1.3 million, they might rethink that, because that's how Hollywood generally does some things, kind of, when they think, oh, this will be a one and done thing. Oh my God, we made like a truckload of money. Might want to make some more sequels to this, I'm not saying that the idea is there, but it's like, when this makes a lot of money, let's be honest with you, they're going to be doing a number 2 to this. That's how it's going to be.
Yeah.
Or it could lead into where this character is introduced here, but then he becomes maybe part of an ensemble cast, like a group book.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
But even comic books, you can go back to some of the main, Hallmark characters were one shots with their first issues were not like just the beginning of a continuing story. A lot of them were just that first shot, just to kind of spitball it, see how it works. They gained interest, and that's when it became a full series after that.
Just from looking at this art, I can kind of already see what people are probably saying. Looks like Batman meets Daredevil mixed with elements of Black Panther. Yeah, there's probably some comments like that.
Oh yeah. Now, hey, I just finished reading Alpha Core number 1. Joe Bennett's art is really, really good, and people watched that open spoiler discussion I had. Basically, the inkers that they had didn't really complement Joe Bennett's art style, and that's probably because they had more than one. So yeah, moving forward with Joe Bennett, I would probably just have the one inker on the project, actually. But I wanted to capture the point where people were like, man, the Horseman character name sounds stupid. All right, okay, all right. The main hero of DC is called Batman, okay? A guy who goes around dressed up as a bat, beating up criminals, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The number 1 graphic novel that sells right now to kids, this is what the comic they want to read, is called Dogman, okay? Which actually outsells Batman. And another character with a rather stupid name, Spider-Man. Okay, Spider-Man. Yeah, there's a guy called Catman. There's a guy called Hawkman. There's a guy fucking called Kite Man. Aquaman is literally a guy that talks to fish.
There's a guy called the Condiment King. I mean,
yeah, there's a villain literally known as the Graper. Okay,
the
where
what?
he just goes and grapes people. He just puts a grape on them. That's it. You know,
must have missed that one.
I'm just saying,
secretly the Graper.
I'm just saying that a lot of people that were like, this name is stupid, this name is stupid. It's like, bro, the idea of these characters' names are silly because it's comic books. Like, what? I agree with Chuck when he said there, yeah, the Rippaverse, I think, needs a street level hero that people can obviously get behind because a lot of people do like the street level heroes. A lot of people do like those characters, and I agree with that. But people saying things like, the name is stupid, the name is stupid. Yeah, like, it is kind of lame. Like, horses don't really inspire much of the people, except, like, there's famous horse stories like the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse or some shit like that.
Say, we don't know the story of the origin of the character's name.
Yeah.
Why did you choose the name of the Horseman? It could be in reference to the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. It could be in reference to, the lone gunman or a horseman, that taking justice into his own hands.
Yeah.
There's different terms.
He could have grown up on a farm, and a horse could have died in front of him, or a horse could have got a disease or something that he loved, and it passed away, and that was his inspiration to become Horseman. Overall, just look, the idea is not bad. I just think like a character with the name of like the Horseman is gonna be hard to get people to get behind, but just at that point.
Well, this is just me personally, but when I hear a name like that, I'm not thinking of like Horseman, like something having to do with a horse. You know what I mean? When I heard, like, when he first said it, I'm like, oh, that sounds metal as fuck. Kind of like what Iron was saying. I'm thinking like
kind of what my mind went to.
Yeah, I'm thinking like heavy metal. I'm thinking like heavy metal, 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse kind of
There's
stuff.
Headless Horseman. That's a famous story, actually.
Yeah.
The title has almost that Metallica looking heavy metal kind of an Iron Maiden font to it. The design is great. Is it a little bit of we can definitely see that it has some Azrael Batman inspirations.
There's the nightsticks. There's definitely some Daredevil inspiration there a little
Daredevil
bit.
And Nightwing, but there's only so much you can do with a street level character that hasn't been already.
Yeah, but the thing
is, I want to show you guys some of the crackhead comments here. Not a Batman ripoff. He literally just looks like Azrael Batman. You need your eyes checked.
Well,
Same color scheme, but different design. That does not look like that.
Well, I was just going to say, we've talked about it before. Nothing is ever truly original. There's inspiration. You can take inspiration from other things. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Just don't straight up rip it off. This doesn't look like a rip off to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord. I think, what was it? Ethan was responding to like John's initial comment. Yeah, the pure factoring, these names are silly. If you literally logically think about these names, they sound silly, right? So I think Ethan replied to one of John De La Rosa's tweets earlier, in some shape or fashion. Hopefully I can find it. Scrolling down this far, actually. It should. Oh, right here. Yeah. So John was replying to this Dick Masterson, who's a complete moron. What the F is this? Spider-Man, Batman, Horseman. Yeah, that's true. A guy who had an accident and fused some like DNA with a dog. Dogman is the highest selling book. So John put this tweet out. If Batman came out today and wasn't a 100-year-old property, you'd say it's a ridiculous and stupid name to criticize the hell out of it. You accept it because of the branding, and that's it. But comics have Squirrel Girl. What's that? Stiltman?
Stiltman.
Thing, Captain Cold, the Joker, the Green Hornet, Toad. There's literally a street hero called Kick-Ass in Mark Miller's book.
Mm-hmm.
The girl is called Hit Girl.
Yeah. Her dad is literally called Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
And he looks just like Batman. So what are you trying to say?
JDA, Horseman isn't a stupid name. It's kind of awesome. It brings to mind Judgment Day and the end of times.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't disagree with that. None of those names you listed are dumb either. Ethan, yes, they are. Those names are dumb. I like the names. They became iconic, but those names are stupid, right? Those are goofy. That's but that's kind of the natural element of this. It's supposed to be goofy. You know, the problem is the name. The problem is the confusion about whether the character is invoking a vengeful man or a horseback. There's confusion, guys. The name was just announced, and what he's going to be based around. It's going to be a street hero with no power.
Any of these
no
things.
any of that. So there's confusion around a name, and we know he's a street hero.
There's confusion around a guy that, you know, his book is not even out yet. Like,
Right.
what?
Or if he himself is the horse. I think you guys are like thinking way too hard about this.
Thinking super hard about this. What?
His costume suggests he's the horse.
Or maybe it's just a cool design choice.
That's funny.
It's a street
This
level
is a
hero that
problem.
needs to protect vital organs, including the brain and skull. So he wears a
Right.
helmet.
That's funny. This is a problem. It's an easy fix. Get rid of the horse helmet. Oh, yeah, and just give away his secret identity so his family could just be in danger by all the fucking mobsters he probably just beats up.
Right.
I don't. Does that? Let's go back up to the picture. Does it scream horse face? With
None of this screams horse. I think this is kind of like some Four Horsemen of Apocalypse shit. Has to
Yeah.
be. I don't look at that guy, this character and go horse, honestly.
No, not really. Like, literally, look at that. It's like me and you said. I'm thinking like Metallica, black metal, you know, Four Horsemen type shit. Like, look at that.
I mean, he doesn't even have a horse face.
There's even like spikes on the batons.
That's probably a reference to
most
Nightwing.
horsey
Chuck
thing
created
he
Night-
has is the mohawk,
Grayskull.
and that's metal as fuck too.
Yeah.
Or sorry. Chuck created Tim Drake, or he worked on the Bat Family, so I'd imagine he took some inspiration when Nightwing used to have those metal batons, actually.
Yeah,
But
these.
so yeah, we have a new Rippaverse book, Horseman, street level hero, no powers. Sign me up. Joe Bennett and Chuck Dixon already convinced me of their work with Alpha Core #1, and I'm just saying right here, if anyone is thinking like, bro, that's a stupid name, okay. There's literally a character called Kick-Ass, Hit Girl, and Big Daddy, okay? And you know what one of their other villains is called? Mother Russia.
His main villain's name is the motherfucker. Okay, there's a lot worse. There's a lot worse names out there. Okay.
Yeah, if that is what turns you off from buying a book, I know you were never a comic book fan. And let's be honest here, Dick Masterson doesn't like this stuff anyway. Why does he care?
Dick Masterson is a fucking grifting mark, so anything that comes out of his mouth is immediately obsolete.
He fixates on something that he thinks he can make money out of. He actually does fit the definition a little bit of grifting. He may not be swindling, but he's finding something to leech. I think a leech would be a better term.
It sounds so much worse.
Leech.
And we know he has
And
sex
we
with
know
Peter.
both. Oh, this current thing is making money. How do we leech off it like fucking disgusting California parasites with no talent of our own?
Oh,
to
you know what's
leech.
crazy? I love how Dick talks about how Horseman's a stupid name, yet his friend has a book called Super Killer.
Yeah, you can't be talking, buddy. I'm sorry.
And that book, and that book still
rip off of Kick-Ass
exist.
and Invincible.
And that
Invincible.
Super Killer book that Vito has doesn't exist currently because it's still in a crowdfunding stage where he may or may not have scammed people out of a lot of money and still hasn't got the book done actually. But what do I know? What
Dick
do I know? I'm just observing all this stuff. Actually.
Dick Masterson looks like a Russian hacker. Just
But
saying.
yeah, to close out from this video, Selena, you want to say anything about the Horseman character? Do you like what was announced there?
I think it looks cool. I think it looks awesome. The coloring, the art.
Yeah. It's Iron.
We're gonna-
Want to say anything else?
Yeah, I think it looks great. And I'm looking forward to I'm going to read Alpha Core this week. And I'm actually going to go ahead and reread ISOM 1 and 2 just to get them all so I can finally join the discussions on Wednesday night and not get ruined. But I don't see anything wrong with it. It's until we know more about the character and what everything we're just going off a name and a cover. That's it. The only description, street level, no powers.
Yeah,
which
like
for a lot of us, that's what it's all about.
I don't know how people are literally confused on some shit that we don't even know. So you're confused off what you don't know, which wasn't announced. That makes no sense. Oh my lord! All right, well, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe, most of all, enjoy. I'm Master Swag King. I'm signing out.
Huh?
So it's already.